Hi, this is Big Papa Grump.
And I'm Junior.
And we are the Board of Doom, and this is our preview and predictions video for the 2019 edition of the Elimination Chamber. Okay, so I'm obviously not going to be complaining that I'm doing this video alone, because, hey, look, everybody's... Oh, yeah, okay, well, I'll just move. So, but yeah, and also, I said it was the 2019 edition as opposed to the Rumble where I said 2018 because I'm an idiot. So, we're going to start off on the pre-show, the Cruiserweight Championship match between Buddy Murphy and Akira Tozawa. And, yeah, I don't see them taking the title off of Buddy Murphy before WrestleMania, if they even do it then. So, I'm just going to go with Buddy Murphy.
He's the new Neville. He's just going to have like 8 years and nobody's going to remember. But I would go with Murphy as well. I mean, we tried the Tozawa's champion thing. Like, he's over-ish, was. But,
well, I mean, that was also back when nobody cared about 205 Live. People actually pay a little bit of attention to 205 Live now, and they're doing some pretty good stuff.
They actually give it to good people now.
Yeah, so, but I'm going to stick with Murphy.
Yeah, same.
Okay, in the match that nobody wants to see, a no disqualification bout between Baron Corbin and Braun Strowman. This basically is just serving to give both of those guys something to do and maybe have some sort of blow off to their rivalry, so to speak. But I really don't know how to read this because Braun needs the win, but Corbin kind of needs the win. But Corbin's still wrestling in like dress clothes, so I'm going Braun Strowman. Although you could bring, like, McIntyre and those guys out and shenanigans, so...
I mean, maybe, yeah, I would say probably give it to Corbin, only due to the fact that you can have Corbin win really cheekily, and then it'd be alright. Because, I mean, that's just, like, that's their MO, is just have people win in really dumb ways.
Yeah, I think they're... I'm leaning Corbin. I'm going to just hard pick Corbin, and because of the Deep Six, and the... it's never going to die.
And, you can't even do it to Braun.
Watch him. So if he does the Deep Six to Braun, then they're going to have to fade to black and children are going to be crying.
Pretty much. But yeah, Corbin.
Okay, in a 2-on-1 handicap match for the Intercontinental Championship.
This is the one that nobody cares about.
Well, yeah. You have Finn Balor going up against Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush. I'm sticking with Bobby Lashley. I could see Finn actually picking up a win by like DQ or something, but Lashley's going to retain. But I think they're going to put Lashley over, actually have him win. But it's going to be like Lio Rush is going to be such a nuisance that it's just Finn's not going to be able to overcome it.
He just uses Lio Rush in the beginning, takes all of like the finishers, and then just tags in. I don't quite know if it's like
actually I don't know if it's a
I don't know if it's a tornado or if it's
I don't necessarily know if it's going to matter.
That's true.
So I mean,
it's going to be Lashley anyway, probably.
If you've been watching Raw and SmackDown lately, the refs have been going fast and loose with the rules. So it's especially when it comes to Bobby Lashley interfering. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm sticking with Lashley.
Vince is throwing shade at Roger Goodell.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Lashley as well.
Right, so things got really interesting in the last 24 hours with this match. You've got McMiz versus the Usos for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship, and Jimmy Uso is married to Naomi?
I think so.
This is Jimmy, yeah.
I think Jimmy's the one that actually
got arrested. Apparently, the reports are from pretty much everywhere that Naomi was driving the wrong way up a one-way street, and the cops pulled them over, and they had Naomi get out of the car because they smelled alcohol, and Jimmy got out and took his shirt off and wanted to fight the police. They threatened to tase him. This is all according to sources. Threatened to tase him, and he then cooperated because... Yeah, I would.
Don't tase me, bro.
Yeah, and so now this time last year, roughly, Jey Uso got a DUI, and it didn't affect anything. So there was, as far as I know, there was nobody charged with anything DUI. Just Jimmy Uso was. I don't even know what you charge him with at that point, like what they're planning on doing. But he was. He bailed himself out, so that it wasn't super bad. But yeah, I don't know how this is going to affect the booking, because I was thinking they might actually put the belts on the Usos in order to progress us to the Shane McMahon Miz match at WrestleMania. But you've also got Fastlane and plenty of weeks between now and then for that to happen. You could also have them lose the titles stupidly or something on SmackDown at any point between now and the beginning of April. So it's kind of hard to tell. Vince didn't punish Jay this time last year for something, I don't want to necessarily say similar, but yeah, I can't. I have McMiz picked because I don't think they're going to have any title changes. But now I don't know. I'm going to stick with McMiz just because they might not deviate from whatever the original plan was. But I don't know. It's hard to tell with how Vince is going to react to all that.
I'm sticking with Awesome Money, too.
Yeah, Awesome Money. Yeah, that's a much better name for their tag team.
I can't say the other one. It sounds too much like a McDonald's side piece.
All right, so on to the World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Chamber match. Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Kofi Kingston. We'll get to that in just a second.
It's always Kofi.
Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton. Randy Orton won the gauntlet match on this past Tuesday SmackDown. In order, he gets to come in last. We don't know who's first or whatever. It was originally supposed to be Mustafa Ali in that match, but he had a concussion at a house show over the weekend. So they plugged in Kofi Kingston, and Kofi Kingston was absolutely awesome in the gauntlet match. It was nice to see him get that kind of love, especially because he's been around for like 11 years or whatever. So and he's in the title match. So they've given Kofi a couple of spots like that of late. I think he was in the Money in the Bank match as well.
That's what I mean. Every time it's a New Day member, it's Kofi.
Yeah, I thought well, they keep talking about a push for Big E, but I think they're going to break the New Day up first. Maybe it happens at Elimination Chamber where they Big E
goes and hangs out with Ziggler again.
Yeah. So although I don't know where that puts good old Austin, I guess, just playing on YouTube. But
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think Daniel Bryan retains. There's rumors of Luke Harper coming back, so that could factor in. Eric Rowan could factor in. I mean, I know Corey Graves said, but they're going to be locked outside the chamber. Yeah, because no one's ever gotten inside the chamber before. So
he just crawls in through the.
Yeah, he'll probably just punch it. But I do think that and poor AJ Styles, because he's been kind of left out of the mix here since he lost the title. I mean, he's been there, but it hasn't felt like AJ Styles is going to get the title back, and I don't think he's going to here. Maybe at WrestleMania. Who knows? Maybe we'll end up with Mustafa Ali or Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, because they could do that. If you're going to have the Becky and Charlotte and Ronda headlining, and then Lesnar and Rollins up there as well, you could put the World Heavyweight Championship match in the middle of the show, and you could get away with a Daniel Bryan Mustafa Ali title match that's going to like steal the show, but be in the middle, so that Vince will be could just be like, wow, everybody's going to go get a pee break because he doesn't understand wrestling anymore, and but yeah, so Daniel Bryan I think retains somehow.
Yeah, I would go with Daniel Bryan. The only other one that I could see even winning at all would be Samoa Joe, just cause, give him something. I mean, and then you have Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe for the next two pay-per-views. That wouldn't be terrible.
Because they already have a built-in rivalry, you could have Samoa Joe versus Mustafa Ali at WrestleMania.
I don't want to see Mustafa Ali anywhere near WrestleMania at this point. I'm tired of hearing his name.
Oh, yeah, he could
be on he could be on the pre-show where he doesn't belong.
Or because he's been left out of this match, Bryan wins, and then you start to build a Daniel Bryan Andrade match.
Yeah,
that's another possibility. So there's way more ways you can go. I don't think Orton's going to win because
nobody wants to see that.
Well, the rumor out there is that they're still trying to get Batista for a match, and if Triple H isn't healthy, it's going to be Orton. It's definitely not going to be Flair. So
no, doesn't he wrestle somebody else?
He could wrestle
that's
Charlotte,
not part of Evolution.
No, well, because they're going to build off of what happened at SmackDown 1000
true.
or whatever. So, all right, but yeah, I go with Daniel Bryan.
Like Batista and Bobby Lashley.
Did you make a hard pick?
Oh, yeah, I said Bryan.
Okay. For the Raw Women's Championship, you've got Ronda Rousey versus Ruby Riott. And, Ruby Riott was just kind of thrown in there. They announced the match on Twitter. It was, everybody knows that all the attention is being paid to Charlotte being at ringside and the build to how is Becky going to get back into the main event, because we all know it's either going to be a triple threat or she's going to beat Charlotte to regain her spot. Somehow, whatever it's going to be. But they're like, oh, we need Ronda to do something. So they threw Ruby Riott at her. And it kind of ticks Ruby Riott off of, Ronda wants to face everybody in the division.
Ronda wants to break everyone's arm.
Yeah, basically. Becky gimmick infringement. Ronda's going to retain. I'm picking Ronda to win, although there could be some sort of shenanigans where Charlotte costs her the match, but not the title, interferes,
Yeah, but see, last time I said that, freaking Sasha Banks lost clean, so I don't...
Yeah, but I'm going with Ronda to retain and to win, because I just have a picture of her tapping out Ruby Riott while staring at Charlotte.
Or something.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with Ronda to win and retain.
I'll do that one too, because I would love to see Ronda lose, but not the title at some point somewhere. But on a pay-per-view. But.
Yeah. Okay, and what is probably going to main event, although who knows with these guys? You've got the not really first ever women's tag team champions. So you've in the Elimination Chamber. So you've got starting off the match. You have the Boston Hug Connection. You've got versus Fire and Desire. Yeah.
I can't remember the order. It's either
those two are starting. Then you've got the Botch Twins of Nia and Tamina. You've got the rest of the Riot Squad with it was Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan. Naomi and Carmella. And I'm trying to do this from complete memory, and I'm missing a team somewhere. All right, I'm going to have to look.
I don't know if it even matters.
Probably not. And the Iconics. How could I forget the Iconics?
Ah, yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah. Who actually did something really cool on SmackDown, because it was absolutely brilliant. Because they had a match on Raw with their three teams, and whoever takes the loss is in the chamber first. And they did the same thing on SmackDown, and the Iconics just refused to tag in. So they couldn't win or lose the match. So it was like, okay, you guys are probably going to win the belts. We're picking 2, by the way, for the chambers. I forgot to add that I was going just for the hell of it with Kofi Kingston as my second pick, because I'm that sure Daniel Bryan's retaining. You went with Joe.
Yeah, I just said the only other one that could win.
So I'm going with it seems too obvious that it's going to be Sasha and Bayley, but I'm picking them anyways. I'm also going with, if they're going to put it on a heel, I'm going with DeVille and Rose. Because I just comments that they've made in their promos, they seem to have gotten some of the better promo time, and that might be an indication of which way Vince is leaning. So I'm going with those 2.
Yeah, I want to see actual team win it. So I don't want to see either Sasha and Bayley or that. So I want to see ones that have actually been teams, like Absolution, like Riot Squad, Iconics.
Yeah,
one of those 3. So I want to say I would go with Sonya and Mandy, and then I guess I'll throw Sasha and Bayley there just because they give them everything. But I really want to see either the Riot Squad or Old Absolution win.
The Iconics wouldn't be a bad one, too.
No,
Can you imagine them with the belts? Oh, God, they would be, so annoying. It would be great.
It would
but
be
I don't
smart
think they're
to
going
keep that
to.
on SmackDown at first. Just to have SmackDown have something that you tune into. Because, it's a shared belt, but if you're on SmackDown, you're going to show up there.
Yeah, what they're basically going to do, the way it seems to be that they're going to, let's say, the SmackDown team wins it, right? So they're going to defend it on SmackDown for like a pay-per-view cycle, and then it's going to shift to Raw for like a pay-per-view cycle, and that seems to be the way they're planning on doing it from the scuttlebutt. So.
Uppercut mentioned they did that with the old Undisputed one, where it's like you went through the Raw guy, and then you went to the top SmackDown guy, and you just kept bouncing back and forth. So something like that.
Yeah.
I think it was the old Undisputed belt. I don't remember. I don't listen to him half the time.
So those are our picks. I will have the picks in text as well as the updated score. Big Shez still has the blue turtle shell of 2 points, so he has to cash. Not only does he has to cash that in by WrestleMania, but he has to actually let me know that he's cashing it in, otherwise he loses the 2 points. That was something that we started last year when we did it. You have to, you tell me in text you're cashing in your 2 points.
No, he has to drive all the way out.
He has to drive here from God knows where, just, yeah. So, I've been Big Papa Grump.
I've been Junior.
And I'll catch you next time.
I'm not doing it. Top presenter out.